And at this time, I also realized I don't want to keep studying at this university. I really hated it. It was the worst time ever.
What was so bad about it?
Well, the first 2 weeks of university is we have something called nollning. Oh, it's kind of like hazing, I guess. Optional. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go if it's optional. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I'll be playing video games. And then I come back in 2 weeks and like all the friend groups are already made and there's just me like, all right, not fitting in anywhere. And it was just,
I don't. The only one that sat out.
Yeah, exactly. So I felt like such an outsider in this huge group of people. And I didn't know where to fit in, which obviously then led to like I had no friends. I didn't know how to do it. All these simple things of like, where do I sit? What do I do during the 5 minutes break? It became like a huge problem, and I just hated going there, just for the social aspect of it. I had some friends, I did, but I never really connected that well, especially because I didn't care about school. I got into that university not for my grades, but because I blew my grades on video games. But I did an entrance exam over a year, and that got me in. So I got into one of the best schools. You need top grades and everything. So I'm in this school with just people that really are passionate about their schoolwork, where I'm just like, I just want to play games. But yeah, I hated school because of those two things, like wrong group of people. I was such an outsider. Every day just going, I was just a pain in the ass.
Some people get to a point in life where they want to go back and go to university as an adult.
No, fuck that. I would never want to go back. It was so bad. And I remember this one course, which was math lab or whatever. I hated it. It was like programming math. It's the worst. I didn't understand it. I thought I was like, okay, at least if I put my mind to it, I can do it. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not smart enough. It's too hard. I can't do it. What am I doing here? So I quit, and my parents were like, all right, well, we're not gonna pay for you to be around. Like, you're gonna have to pay us rent then. So I was like, all right, I'll get a job, whatever, no big deal. It's really hard to get a job, actually, turns out, especially if you're really just want one quick and you have no connections. It was so desperate to prove my parents wrong, like, I can get a job. So I got a job selling hot dogs. And it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. The catch of it was that it was right next to my university, like across the street of my university. But it was sort of like the odd street of it, so it wasn't like super popular, but every once in a while someone from my class, which I clearly didn't even know, but they knew who I was, saw me there and it was like, oh, you're here now. Cool. The school where literally like anyone that finished it will become like a boss or whatever, and then there's me in the hot dog stand. Funny enough, my old teacher came once. My old teacher, and he pretended that he didn't know it was me. Yeah, and I was like, dude, I'm not embarrassed. Come on. But no, he pretended he didn't know me. I guess he thought it was so embarrassing. It's a bit cringy. And
I guess he didn't expect to see you there.
Yeah.
Did he believe in you? Did he think you were going to go far?
No, I don't think so. He wasn't a very good teacher. Fuck him. Honestly, even though the job was shit, the fact that I had a great boss was pretty good, actually. And he would follow my YouTube thing as well. Like, I showed it to him and he's like, whoa, that's really cool. There's some money in there. And I'm like, yeah, if people get big, they make a lot of money. And he's like, oh, that's really cool. And I was like, yeah, because that was clearly my dream at that point, for it to grow so I could make a living of it. And then, boom, I got my contract with the network. So I made no money in a year making YouTube videos to a great amount of money in one, second, essentially, because no ads, and then I had ads on my videos. So I was like, well, goodbye. I never told him I was quitting because I felt so bad about it. And I was supposed to meet Marcia. So I was flying to Marcia the next day, and I had just dropped off the keys. And then I was landing in Amsterdam in between, and I checked my phone and he had called me like 10 times. And I was like, oh, I'll have to call him. And then he was crying the fact that I had quit, and it was just so sad. Yeah.
I just thought I'd drop by, say hello, and really say thank you. It means a lot to me. I love making these videos, and you guys are my main motivation of wanting to make these videos. So yeah, thanks again. This is just a quick thank you video. Hope you have a nice evening, day, morning, or whatever. And this is PewDiePie signing off. PewDiePie!